Guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing the top 10 most anticipated comics of the month, and let's just jump into that top 10. Number 10 for me is Spider-Boy issue 12. This is the introduction to Spider-Girl. I'm a huge Mayday Parker fan, so of course I want to learn more about this new Spider-Girl, someone who's taking over the mantle. I'm actually not currently reading Spider-Boy, so I'm also curious to see if this is going to be new reader friendly. Moving on to number 9, you're going to see a lot of DC on this list because it's the start of that all-in initiative. Number 9 is Detective Comics issue 1090. Tom Taylor is taking over this series, who I believe is just one of the best writers, honestly, out there for comics, but also just one of the best Batman writers. If you read anything from Injustice Gods Among Us, if you've been reading Nightwing, I think he enjoys and knows this world really well. So I want to see a different take on Detective. Will it have that kind of family element? Will it lean more into the actual detective side of Batman, all with Mikkel Janin's artwork, which I think is just so perfect for Batman as well. So that is number 9 for me. Moving on to number 8 is Green Lantern Civil Core Special Issue 1. Green Lantern has been really building to something very special. It's one of my favorite series out there right now, especially as a superhero book. So I feel like this is going to be a very big moment for Green Lantern to see where the series is going to go, where these characters are going to go, and where the core is going to go as a whole. So that's number 8 for me. Moving on to number 7, which is actually, this book is coming out tomorrow, and that is DC All-In Special Issue 1. Again, this is kind of the start of this whole all-in initiative and learning where the DC universe is going to go, why this initiative is happening, as Absolute Power is also wrapping up. So I don't know what to expect with this one. I'm not usually a big event person, so I feel like this side of all-in is not the thing I'm most excited for, but I'm really like how many marbles is going into the basket for this series and this initiative, which I think is what a company and an event should do, is to just show, hey, we're really putting our all into this. This is not just an event that's a money grab, and I hope to see that with DC All In. Number 6, another DC book, and that is Superman issue 19. Lois is going to be Superwoman again. We got Dan Mora on artwork. Again, a new jumping on point for Superman, a series that has been so solid. I love what Joshua Williamson's been doing for this world. It's actually getting me excited for Superman, a character that I tend not to read very often. So I also wanted to see what's going on with Lois here. I think that's such a cool thing we've seen with the character before, but it's been a while since we've seen her have any powers. So I want to see why this is happening to the character, especially as she's editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet. Moving on to number 5, which is the actual absolute titles here. So Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1, Kelly Thompson on a Wonder Woman book. I'm really curious to see an Elseworlds for these heroes. You see it a lot more with Marvel because you have the Ultimate Universe situation. So to see an alternate universe version of DC comic characters that are lasting more than 5 issues is going to be really interesting to see how they all bleed together and how different they actually can be and what rules they could kind of break here. So giving that one number 5. Moving on to number 4, which is Nightwing issue 118. Another Tom Taylor book is jumping on here, and this is the last issue of Nightwing. I want to see where it ends. Does this pass a baton to the next run? How will this affect Nightwing's character? Does it stick the landing in all irony there? So that is number 4 for me. Moving on to number 3, the biggest absolute title, which is Absolute Batman issue 1. Why is Scott Snyder returning to DC Comics? How can this be any different than the flagship Batman title? I'm so curious about this book, from the art style to, again, what the potential of what this book can be for Batman, especially because I haven't been really loving the flagship Batman as of late. Moving on to number 2, we're finally into some Marvel books, and that is Amazing Spider-Man issue 60. This is the last issue for Zeb Wells' run. I just want to know where Spider-Man's going. You know, I have been a huge fan of this run, so I want to see where, again, it lands and what the new run with these 8 deaths of Spider-Man is going to lead into. It does seem like this is going to tease that as well. So that's number 2 for me. Moving on to number 1, I am not cheating, but I'll say I usually don't do this for a list, but it is an issue 2, and it's actually Exceptional X-Men issue 2. So honestly, I've not been this excited for a book in such a long time. I'm like looking up when's the previews gonna come out, like what's gonna be in this issue. I love Kitty Pryde, and this is exactly the Kitty Pryde book I've always wanted, with such great artwork, and I just want to see where this series goes. So that is my number 1 pick. Let me know in the comments below, what are the books you're most excited for this month? Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.